Hello, everybody. It's been a while since I've been on here, but thank you for tuning into the Speak the Secret podcast. I wanted to check in and give everyone an update of kind of what I've been up to and some updates on the future of the podcast. Wow. So I took off March, which I've done a lot of stuff in March, so I don't want to go into too much detail, but basically, I am now starting and growing two businesses and growing a baby. I'm due in August, and I just have so much stuff to share. I'm so excited about, and yeah, it's been very fun. And I don't feel like I've been busy or like hustling because everything I'm doing is so exciting for me. And I'm using my creativity and I'm having fun with other women that are inspiring and building other women to build their own businesses and follow their dreams. So it's been very fun, is just the word. Yeah. And I don't have a lot of fun as an adult. Most of us don't. It's really sad. But this is actually what inspired it, this podcast. So, I mean, it wasn't all rainbows and butterflies. With all the light comes the dark, right? All the shadows come too as part of it. And this was started as a labor of love. It was a passion project that I had, something that I always wanted to do. And I was, depressed and uncertain, really anxious with all the COVID stuff, the pandemic when it first started, and working from home. So that's what inspired me to start this podcast in the first place. But it was really like my creative muse that was bugging me to do something, to step outside that comfort zone, to finally take action, to the point where like I could not sleep. So I shared that in the first episode of this podcast, that was my reasoning for wanting to start it. And as I kept digging deeper and deeper and peeling back the layers with everything going on in the world, and there just being so much pain and tragedy and suffering, and I'm an empath. I'm a highly sensitive person. I'm really intuitive. I can feel and sense the energy. Like I stay away from a lot of news on social media and on TV because it's just too much for my system. Like I can't handle it. Um, but I can still feel it. I still know when there's something going on in the world because I won't be able to sleep. I'm moody, I'm irritable. Like I can tell. Like my body just knows. It's crazy. It's a strength and a gift, and it's also can be a curse, and I have to look out for it because I have to take care of myself. And honestly, we all have that, what will people think when we're going to do something new, right? And I'm usually able to challenge those pretty good and move past it and still do what I want to do. But this time it was different. I think because it was something totally different that I was going to try, that because it was direct sales and like network marketing, I don't know, I really worried about what were people going to say, and not about me as a person, but I was worried about the perception that it was going to give. Um, and then I had to just let it go because I realized, you know what? I know what I do to help my community. I know what I do to help other communities that aren't, being served and are disadvantaged. And I know what I do to be active and political in things that I need to be. But there's sometimes where you have to disconnect. Like at some point, there has to be a line. Like you have to have boundaries. Because if I stay in that mode, I end up being burned out. I end up being depressed. I end up being sad and hopeless because I lose hope in humanity, that like the world is just terrible and people are terrible and it's never going to get better. And I'm a woman of faith and I pray and all of those things, but then just seeing all these ugly things all the time, it's hard to stay positive, right? And to give it to God and to remain faithful. That's something I'm really working on. But I ultimately came down to my why, my mission, my purpose, why I'm here on this earth is to make an impact. And I can't let the fear of other people's opinions hold me back anymore, right? My job is not to keep other people comfortable. My job is not to protect other people. My job is not to worry about what other people feel or think about me. It's none of my business. But that was a whole process, right? And so, yeah, I started direct sales, and ultimately, it's helping me to have fun, be creative. It's really pushing me out of my comfort zone. I'm learning a lot of new things, business and marketing wise. I'm helping women. I'm helping people help their families. I'm helping people make more money to do the things they really want to do. And like, that's what it's about for me. So that's one thing, is the direct sales piece of what I got involved with in March. So it's only been almost 2 months now that I've been doing that. And when I started Speak the Secret, I actually started an LLC with the intentions of doing a coaching business. And I only have like 2 coaching clients that I see right now, really part time. And now that I'm exposed to all these smart business women and entrepreneurs and things, I'm really learning about scaling my business and about, you know, working smarter and not harder. And I don't have the capacity to see a bunch of one on one clients, even though that's what I would love to do. Working a full time job and then now running this side business, I can't do that. And I'm going to have another baby. So I started thinking bigger. It forced me to think bigger. And I'm really excited that this is the first place I'm going to share this. I am launching my coaching program finally. So I'm actually working right now on a 4-week program. I'm only taking women for now, but I'm so excited. It's really going to be geared for if you're thinking of going into business and trying to be a business owner or an entrepreneur, starting your own business, or if you're already in your own business, but you feel like you still have blocks or there's still like some mindset things you need to work on, which we always do. There's always stuff, especially when we're leveling up or trying something new and different. Anything we don't heal, anything we haven't addressed gets triggered, right? It starts to trigger other things. I know for me personally, I can share that anytime I'm trying something new, a ton of stuff that still needs to be healed comes up for me. And as a psychologist, I have that awareness. I have the tools. I know what to do to get through it, but I know a lot of other people don't. If you didn't go to school, if you're not used to processing your feelings, working through your feelings, challenging your self talk, journaling, like all of those things, if you don't know how to do that, it kind of just sits there and stays there and floats around. So maybe it's holding you back from even starting your business. Maybe it's holding you back from thinking bigger or trying, to grow and expand. Um, and I really want to help people with that piece. So I felt like it was a disservice. I couldn't go into coaching and just dive into like how to open a business without addressing that healing part first. So when I talk about like breaking generational patterns and generational cycles, and building generational wealth, like that's my mission. And it's not just about money. It's about like being brave enough to be the first to make a change, to do something different, to ask questions like, why do we do things this way? Is it still working for me? Is it serving me? And if it's not, let's find something new to do. But I want to give people tools to like work through all of this stuff that may be blocking you or holding you back from truly being in your power and using your full potential. So I'm really excited about that. I'm going to launch it in June. So with that, I do have some sad news, I guess, for now to share. It's bittersweet. It was a decision I was going back and forth with for a while, but I'm going to shelve the podcast for now. It's not going to go away. But I just don't have the bandwidth. I'm only one person. I know I think I'm 10 people sometimes, but I'm not. And I want to be able to commit fully to being on these episodes and sharing content and giving information. So I hope to still pop in every now and then and do like bonus episodes. But for now, I'm really going to focus on the direct sales business and my regular job and also building my coaching program. And so launching my first course. So I wanted to just share that I have all this stuff going on and I'm so excited. So if you want to work with me in that way, if you're thinking of going into direct sales or you have questions or you're hesitant, like I was that person, so I'm happy to clarify anything for you, give you tips. I would coach and guide you the whole way. I have amazing leaders that are helping me as well. So you have tons of support. If that's something that you're interested in, please reach out. I'm going to give all my details in the show notes so that you can find me and still follow me and be involved with my life if that's what you want to do. And I also, with the coaching business, encourage you to follow me on social media. I'm the most active on Instagram. So at Dr. Elise Sanchez, I have reels that I'm posting and I'm doing lives, and I'm going to start promoting the coaching course and open enrollment towards the end of May. So if you want to take my course, I would love to have you. You would get to work with me once a week in a group setting, and then I'll offer a one-on-one session in that 4 weeks as well. So I'm so excited. It's I can't even say like unbelievable, but it still feels like surreal that I actually um, forced myself, really forced myself outside of my comfort zone to do all of these things that I've always wanted to do. And I hope that that inspires some of you to do the same. Like, think about areas in your life that you're not happy with, and what are you doing about it, right? And so I just want to, encourage you. Find me on social media, Dr. Elise Sanchez on Instagram. You can find me on TikTok as well, and I'm on Facebook. And follow me there. I'm really active, still giving free content, free tidbits, free information, because I always want to have some information that's accessible. I don't want the financial piece to ever be a reason why people feel like they're not worthy of having information, because you totally are. So I will always have free things that I'm offering. I'm actually probably going to do a free webinar too before the coaching program. So please follow me, and you can keep up with what I'm doing on social media. And then I'll give you updates as things come along, as they unfold. But thank you so much for being with me this far and listening to season 1. I will be back at some point. I'm just deciding for now to wait until I have the baby and kind of get settled in to come back. That's actually maybe when I'll start doing some bonus episodes, because I know a lot of stuff comes up for lots of moms, and I would love to share that and open that up for you. So thank you again for being with me this far, and follow me on social media. I love to connect with you in some way. Send me a DM. Like, people reach out all the time and let me know your experiences. And that's why I do this work. It's so rewarding for me. So I love you all, and I will be back.